Welcome back. As always, we are focused today primarily on positive masculinity. And in this particular video, we'll see a case of a school teacher or principal, really, who takes an active interest in one of his students, and that interest is brought on by a negative situation. Well, let's get into the video and see what we can learn from what's being presented.
An act of kindness by a school principal in Warren Township now is helping a student, and it has gone viral over social media platforms.
Yeah, this principal talked with our Steve Jefferson about why he went out of his way for a young man who needed a boost of confidence.
The principal struck a deal with the student, which meant making a trip on the icy roads to keep up his end of the bargain.
You can easily say this photo is not only worth 1,000 words, but also thousands of views after going viral. You see the black beanie on the counter. An 8th grader refused to take it off and ended up in the principal's office.
His barber messed his hairline up. Me and Miss Rivers thought that his hairline looked fine, but he was pretty adamant about not taking the hat off.
Dr. Jason Smith is principal at Stony Brook Intermediate Middle School. Instead of penalizing the 8th grader, he struck a deal with the student.
I said, hey, if I line you up, if I fix your line, will you take the hat off and go to class? And he said yes.
So Principal Smith left school despite the snowy roads to get his hair clippers at home.
Coming back to school, I almost got stuck out in the front of my house, because the side streets haven't been cleared.
During the haircut, a school police officer snapped photos and asked permission to post them. Within hours, the post went viral. And more importantly, the principal and student now talk about his future.
I try to bring up, possible careers and things like that to try to get them to think about the future and to dream and set goals.
Principal Smith is an Arlington High School alumnus. Retired principal Dr. Jackie Greenwood pushed him. So now
we work really hard at building relationships and making connections with kids and doing whatever it takes for them to be successful.
And Principal Smith told me since the haircut, the 8th grader is already doing better in school.
An active.
So, as we mentioned, the focus is positive masculinity, and Dr. Smith certainly did a good job, I would say. But now let's look at the situation that presented itself for just a second, okay? You have a middle school student that comes in. He has a beanie over his head, and he's refusing to take it off. And when he does, he reveals that he's kind of self-conscious about the fact that he believes that the barber that he went to messed up his hairline. Now, for my brothers out there, you have to understand that hairline is very important. When I had hair, my hairline was superbly important because that makes the haircut. But now, being more general in the situation, you can see how the effect that would have on his self-esteem, because in his mind, he doesn't look the way that he should. And I think it's a good thing that this young man felt this way, because it means that he was self-aware. It means that he understood the standard that he was supposed to meet. But now, more importantly, the actions that Dr. Smith took, you could see that his goal was to help the student with the difficulties that they may have, the misgivings, the insecurities. So he ventured home in the snow, got a pair of hair clippers, liners, came back, and he corrected the young man's line, and from that point on, there was a bond between the two of them. So now, why did we pick this video in particular to showcase positive masculinity? Well, for one reason is because as an individual, Dr. Smith took accountability for the individuals that he was over. Did you see that? He's a principal. He has a school full of children. And instead of disciplining this particular student for how he felt, he took his feelings into consideration, and he taught the boy a powerful lesson. Namely, that if it's within your power to change the situation for the better, to make it more positive, to make it more agreeable for individuals around you. That's exactly what you do. So what he's doing now is laying the foundation for this young man to be truly masculine. He's laying the foundation to produce an alpha man, because that's one of the things that alpha men do. Yes, we're providers and protectors, but at the same time now, you can't really be alpha if you're not teaching. That's required. You're teaching the next generation so that the generations of men after you become better and better and better and better. And so I thought Dr. Smith was a nice example of positive masculinity. Hats off to him and to everyone who's in that school, because undoubtedly they are benefiting from the example that he sets. We thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Be easy.